Serum. It's by far the most used plugin by every EDM producer these days. But do you need it? Can you still get good sounds with something obsolete or even free? Let's dive into the DAW and see what we can come up with. Remember Massive? Remember that little guy? Remember Massive? I still think it's a pretty cool synth. I think you can create some pretty crazy tracks with it. But the secret is how you process it. Let's dive on in. First, let's have a listen to the final sound. Okay, let's see what I did here. As you can see, I started off with one oscillator using a digital waveform and the formant mode. Then, coming down here, I turned on the modulation oscillator and put it 2 octaves below the original oscillator and did some phase modulation. Then, I added a few filters. Wow. Let's see what that sounds like. Wow, cool. That sounds like absolute butthole. We're not done yet, though. The secret. Are you seeing that? The secret is in the processing. Let's dive on in. As you can see, we've got the phaser, and I think that's a big part of this sound. Inside the phaser, you can see that we have a sync, and you can change the waveform. I think that's really cool, to adding wah sorts of sounds. Then we have this fuzz wah filter sort of thing. After that, it's mainly just saturation and distortion. So now it sounds a little something like this. I think we can go a step further. Let's bounce that out to audio. Now we have this audio track. Now, let's dive on down here and look at the warp modes. Turn the warp modes on. If you're using Logic, hold
the Option key.
Then stretch that audio out. God, what the heck? But we're not done yet. More OTT, more saturation, a little bit of reverb, and then finish it off with a nice, tasteful camel crusher. But do you even need a synth like this? Check this out. So we all know how to make the classic supersaw and Massive. You just go here, turn up the voices, turn on the detune. Wow. But you can do that in this other synth that only has 2 oscillators. The secret is layering. Let's see how that's done. Track 1. 1 oscillator playing a saw wave. Right down the center, super simple. Track 2. Both oscillators playing saw waves, little detuned. 1 chorus. Track 3. 2 oscillators playing saw waves, even more detuned, even more chorus. Wow. And if you're thinking that people will notice that this doesn't sound quite as good as this, you're a fool. When you have this in the mix, and you have vocals over it, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna care. You just used a free synth. Gotcha, bitch. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't use the free synth built into Logic. Let's give it a try. Oh, ain't doing it. Ain't fucking with that shit. No, that's dumb. That is stupid dumb. So, what did we learn today? Probably nothing.
Getting up all in my face.